both defend from Edward man-to-man and then just join team fights and break the Ube. It should work out. Kelra here, man, I can feel the pressure. Look, auto alarm bombs taking him out of range. Etomax coming in to help him out. Oh my Venus raining down on to Kelra. He's forced to recall minute 0.
Very specific, by the way. Great collapse here by Blacklist.
And there's the Aegis. So Haji here with the Diggy. Specific choice. Aegis.
Aegis. I did not notice that. It was yellow, so I thought it was flickered. That's just how bad my eyes are.
Could be. Glad we have executive optical. Thank you so much. But here's a question. Why would you choose Aegis, Remar?
Well, that's mainly because you just want to keep that Kimmy alive. That's why survivability is the goal here for OHEB. He even picked up the Purify for himself. And then the Aegis means that in situations where we just saw, highly likely that OHEB will be able to escape. Again, Kimmy's only mobility is just the dash, and then at the same time, the little bit of movement speed burst that you get from Purify. So, good pickup actually on the Aegis. That just means that OHEB will be able to get a few more moments to just freely hit and damage.
You know, you got a lot more coverage as well with Haji, just to make sure that he's not immediately destroyed by lethal counter. Right? Very, very important in the matchup, especially when they clump up together.
Wow, look at this. Oh my Venus and Wise raining down on Chaknu, putting him at half health. Here comes Ryzen from the west. Trying to find the target. Renzio. Wow, the speed as to which this Barats clears waves, forcing Edward to respond. This is a turtle that I think Omega wants to secure. Given, again, they have 2 retributions effectively.
Yeah, and Nathan's not going to be able to join the fight anytime soon.
Way of the Dragon onto the Queen. Detna's welcome. Get in my belly. Edward says no. There's an arrow thrown out here by Etomax. First blow drawn by Ryzen. The tail end of the lethal counter taking down the Queen. 1-0 plus a turtle.
That's a very early advantage being taken there by Omega. Turtle buff very massive as well. Just adds so much more to the AoE that Ryzen has. And that's going to escalate this this jungle down even further.
Yeah, an interesting point. An interesting thing to point out here is that Edward's actually rocking Purify, hence why that Detna's welcome, though, actually was not able to get completely locked in here. So interesting choice. We're used to seeing a flicker, but now Chaknu might just be seeing the base if Blacklist find a way to take him down.
Ooh, reverse time. Soft counter to the show. He can't get in. Close. Dash. Getting that shield. Surviving OHEB's barrage. Here comes Ryzen. He's spinning. He's spinning. Maximum charge. Thought he would caught out the Mamba, but he survives. Recalls home. Man, even if Blacklist gave out that first big clash, they're still keeping it to the mission.
Again, that's the tempo of their lineup right now. They got pretty good early game here. And again, recently buffed Granger, by the way, that we haven't really seen a lot of. Small buff, but buff nonetheless. And you have to say that this is very fun for Chaknu. He's been trying to bait out some kills here. Earlier, he could have dashed out. Actually, while he was getting barraged by OHEB. He said, you know, I'll try to draw this out, taking as much damage as I can. So OHEB will keep chasing. It's just lucky that, of course, Blacklist was able to still keep it together.
Yeah, Haji and OHEB in control there in the bottom lane. Etomax has been the person assigned to help out Kelra because, yeah, he needs to start helping Kelra. Interesting, actually, because Chaknu is going to be the one clearing the lanes from mid. Etomax is the one rocking the roam boots.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a switch up.
It's a switch up.
Interesting. Usually when you see this traditional switch up, it's a different battle spell. But look at this. He caught the perfect target.
Wow.
Whale Dragon plus the lethal counter onto Wise. That's another kill in mid. What?
Did you see the layering of that?
Yeah.
Right after the arrow, straight into the knockup of the Jeet Kundo. Weight of Dragon, straight to lethal counter. No time to react.
Ryzen dunked Wise into
mid-air,
that hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, literal.
It's like Dwayne Wade and LeBron James.
Oh,
another one.
Starting it up. Haji, gotta think twice here. We haven't seen him use Time's Journey just yet. Already 5 minutes in, we're about to close up early game, tail end of the early game, and the Diggy's doing okay as a babysitter.
It is, actually. Not even dying that much, like, comparatively. But again, you kind of have to keep in mind that I still think that Omega's going to have a lot more fun when you reach that 15 to 18 minute mark. So keep that in mind if you're watching through Blacklist.
what a switch up by Tomax and Chakno, I gotta say. They're not rocking the battle spells or the emblems to say this out loud, but yeah, if they switch the roaming, then yeah, they have switched up the position 5-0.
Yeah.
Faster scaling on the Barats, more tankiness, right? Because of that.
Yeah. More lethal Cho.
Yeah.
A more lethal
And
shot.
most importantly, the Cho, honestly, up against a Diggy and Kimmy, we saw a glimpse of it earlier. Chakno will not be able to close that gap. So that's why it needed to be the Selena to be rocking the roam boots to be paired up with Kelra. Because if it was Chakno would just get reverse time, then...
Kited to death.
And kited to death, exactly.
Look at the Mamba. No bushes safe, even this early on in the game. This is difficult for Blacklist. What I'm reading here so far is... Oh, wait! That's a swap early on with the entropy, but just scaring Oheb a little. What I was going to get to is... It seems like Blacklist is babysitting both of their marksmen, right?
True. And again, that's a little bit difficult, to be honest. Like, as you can see, I think Haji and Oh My Venus are being spread a little bit too thin in some of these fights. So we'll have to see if they can keep it up. But if they can keep it up, that's the fun part. Like, they're going to be able to, like, scale OHEB so much better, single-wise.
But they don't even have scaling. Honestly,
That's
if
true.
this went to like 25, Omega would out-damage all of them.
Like,
Hold up.
yeah.
There's a fight up top. Check this out.
Renzio.
Renzio, just a sliver of health left. Can he save himself? Answer is going to be no. Can Ryzen finish the job? Oh!
Yeah, he apparently
Three-point
can.
line.
You're right at the edge with the 3-point line.
Okay, so Ryzen, amazing closer pick for Omega here. Paying dividends, 3-0-0. Ow. Let's see if they can win this fight in mid. There's Haji getting it with the arrow. Time Journey to save himself. The trap, not enough damage to finish the job. And here we go. Third turtle of the game. Let's see. Renzio a little far from the party.
No DJ for Blacklist.
Kelra gonna have a good time down bottom. Might even get pushed.
Oh!
Mamba knocking up to Wave the Dragon onto the Queen. Turtle taken here by Ryzen. They gotta give up the Mamba. Chaknu falls. But, as we said, Kelra's just pushing. Farming for free.
They needed everyone to try to contest that. Keyword, try. I mean, Omega's playing on such a hard pace here. Blacklist having a hard time keeping up here.
Yeah. Oh, and
That
another one.
Another one. Ryzen! Somebody stop this guy already.
Yeah, he's rising to the occasion right now with the Bloodlust Axe and the War Axe as well, on the way to might be an Athena Shield or an Oracle to maximize the healing that he gets from Killing Spree and when he gets a kill with his ultimate, so he'll be happy with that. Haji picking up the Radiant Armor, of course the damage coming in from the Nathan, but now Oheb has his Divine Glaive, and this is where we're gonna see if the frontliners of Omega can actually withstand the damage that Oheb's can rock out. But as it stands, Omega is in the lead with the objectives.
Oh, interesting dynamics between these two marksmen. Oheb, I think, thought twice about taking that purple buff. And wow, Kelra using maximum utility from the entropy. Took a lot from Blacklist, but they shut down that marksman. Arrow thrown out by Etomax on the disengage. They let go, not a fight they want to pick. Here's Renzio, bottom lane, they've switched it up. Edward, wow, that's a full level gap up top. Here's another fight. Ryzen catching quite a few hits. Ammo, rounds from two marksmen up top, and here we go. Ube engaged.
Ube is definitely activated at this point. They can definitely go for that tower on top side as we're just playing, you know, cheekily Renzio.
Wave Dragon on the Wise again! Second time this game so far?
That's very, very good catches here, I have to say, from Chaknu.
Yeah. And
As well as Itomax.
Yeah, and from what we saw there in that last engagement where Blacklist showed that the Ube is definitely online there in the top lane, is that Omega needs to get their victories before the fights happen.
Exactly.
They have to force someone out. They have to pick someone off first. Because altogether, it's difficult to get through the time's journey. It's difficult to burst down the members of Blacklist International when they have their Mathilda up, and especially if you cannot control the Kimmy, or even if you do, you have to worry about the time's journey and the Purifier from the Kimmy, so they have to burst down Oheb.
Look at this Lord fight here. I mean, they're fighting Lord, but Blacklist is just biding their time. Detna's welcome here. Cancelled by the time's journey. Blacklist letting the Lord go for this round. It is the level 1 Lord. Oheb
Yes.
securing the purple. So this is the full-on switch up. Wise can get farmed elsewhere. It's all about Oheb right now. This power spike from Blacklist. They're hoping that they can turn things around. Reverse time onto Chaknu. Flicker out. He survives. And they call it quits.
Yeah, there's just no way that Blacklist can make an entrance, like because of the front line and because of even the back line of Omega.
Oh, the Queen gets on out with just the right amount of shields. The control and the situational awareness. How did it panic click that Aegis at all?
That's true. They kind of know the amounts of ultimates and the cooldown, so that's just experience speaking.
Brute Force Breastplate on a Matilda? Renmar, what?
Yeah, you're gonna need to act as one of the other frontliners for your lineup here. Again, it's not traditional tanks that we're seeing on the side of Blacklist, but Renjo in a big fight.
He pulled so many ults there, catching a circling eagle. Here's a Dennis welcome. He's still alive, forcing back all of Blacklist just to stop this onslaught. And that was a close call. I think both teams, if they did it wrong, they both could have been wiped out.
This is like Walking Dead, like literally, like Omega's like zombies, like clawing their way to the humans who are fighting back with guns.
Yeah.
It's just so. I just got a picture of it in my
And
mind.
boxing gloves.
And boxing gloves.
Oh, Chaknu freeing himself of the reverse time right when it triggered. He dashed out. Here comes Renzio. One more time. No Detna's welcome just yet. But there is damage.
Barretts.
Look at the burst. Haji taken down. Backline, watch out. That's one out. Renzio. They finally punched the dinosaur into extinction. Oheb has a beat on him. Ryzen takes him out. Double kill
No
for
ultimate yet.
the Omega jungler. The Queen falls as well. Kelra slays him. And it's Edward dancing around. The basketball player versus the boxer. Kelra survives, and they're happy to go for the 1-for-3 trade.
They got the deal. They got a pretty good take there, actually. Even if Omega are low, it's so easy for them to take all of these turrets. Although right now, no minions means they're gonna have to back off. And I gotta say, any small objective, any small advantage you can take from Blacklist, they're gonna be happy with that.
Huge advantage, though, taken by Kelra. He stole the orange.
And again, there's just something different when it's these two teams
Ouch.
going up against each other. Can he
Entropy forward and the back with a flicker, slaying Edward.
As I was saying, there's something special when these two go up against each other. They bring out the best, they bring out the worst. You get to see them really tailor their lineups, their items for one another so well. We're seeing the best of the best right now. And Omega and Blacklist still putting on a show for us after all this time.
The worst and the best of the best.
Yeah, exactly.
The worst parts and the best parts.
A rivalry for the ages, truly. If you're looking for a rivalry to stand, this might be it. If you haven't just yet. Reverse time on to the Barat. I'm wondering, what kind of items does Renzio build? Because he was catching bullets from Wise and Oheb all day.
I mean, that's a good question, man. Like Renzio right now, I feel like his positioning right now is just so spectacular. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, at one point he did pick up an anti-Cuirass. He may also have a Dominance Ice on him or maybe a Radiant Armor,
Radiant
one of
Armor.
those two.
I think I saw the
Radiant Armor for sure.
This is
Yeah,
Barat.
he could have that.
His Barat is built different.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
That's very true. It's a little bit.
Chaknu
different.
picking up the Guardian helmet. Expect this Cho to never go home.
Yep, and at the same time just have a lot of HP because he know in terms of reducing the damage of Blacklist, but Chaknu just wants to survive as long as possible in the
Yeah.
fight. And having a lot of HP will do that for you.
He knows he's gonna have to tank a lot
Yeah.
in the first place. So tank a little bit, then go back a little bit more, and then go forward again for the re-engage. Now Lord's up, and I think again I don't see an entrance here for Blacklist for the Lord. It's difficult, very difficult.
They have the range advantage, yes, but when it comes to engagement, it's so difficult for them to actually do it safely. But check this out, Renzio holding the Lord one more time as he's shown to do very well. Chaknu flank in from the east. Let's see if he can find a target. Edward, martial artist on martial artist, like a UFC fight in here. They let go. And here you see the Guardian helmet doing work. See, look, Chaknu got a full engage from Edward. He's still in it. He wants to fight. But look,
Wait,
Blacklist is aware. Look at the damage from Wise.
Lord, is it reset?
Can they do it? Soft reset for now. Soft reset for
A
now.
little bit.
Chaknu looking for Away the Dragon, but he goes down immediately. Flicker committed by Renzio. A lot of resources taken away from Omega as Kelra down bottom. Who was he fighting? Why is he so low? Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Wise taking him out, but it's
Lord
Oheb.
gets it.
Who gets the Lord? That deadly counter was 1 second too soon.
Oh, but
I have to
OM
say-
locked it in.
That was beautiful. Like, I guess that's the sacrifice that you gotta do for Blacklist if you want to have even a little bit of chance to get these objectives.
I love it when these two fought because Blacklist slowed down the Lord. They waited for it. And yes, a moment too soon of the lethal counter, but Ryzen still walked away with a double kill, but OHEB was there to freely hit and secure it for Blacklist.
This is so worth it, ladies and gentlemen. That replay brought to us by Oppo. You enhance your minions, you kind of win a team fight, and you win across the map. Ryzen here, quite chunky himself. Again, this is a jungler. You're watching, doing some work, and he does have a lethal counter on lock. Let's see. Oh, wow, Blacklist really still outranging them.
And the whole OHEB's damage actually is phenomenal right now. Like,
Yeah.
for a Kimmy at 16 minutes, he's still doing a majority of the damage for Blacklist.
Yeah, that's because in terms of being a traditional tank, the only thing that Omega has in their lineup for that role is the Barretts. So even going up against the Ballman who's rocking an Assassin emblem, the Cho, yes, rocking Concussive Blast, but again, Cho isn't a traditional tank. Everyone else will just feel the pain of the Kimmy. Renja can withstand it, but eventually he will crumble. The rest, if you eat up all the basic attacks of that Kimmy, it will hurt you. See, look, Renja's still relatively okay.
Yeah, it's Blacklist playing on inevitability. Renzio's life bar is gonna go down some way, somehow, and Blacklist can just keep forcing the issue.
That's true. And I think that's what they should really do. Like, they should not let Omega breathe, because if they get a good set, they can actually go straight up.
Yep, it's a game of tag, and Omega is it. Here's a Detonus welcome. Catching one, throwing him right into a wall. Knock up. Haji taken down. Kelra gets the kill. So that's -1. Haji didn't even get to use Time's Journey.
Yeah, that's a great target for the Detonus welcome.
Exactly.
Like, especially on the cooldowns, right? Everything else is on cooldown.
Oh! Concealed play! Catching one! Wise falls with the way of the dragon! Now make that 2 down. 3 members left for Blacklist International as Omega tries to go for this penetration.
Chop
Mid
Mamba,
goes
man.
down. Just Mamba things.
It's just like it's like an everyday thing for Chakno at this point. So no one's even that surprised.
Striking from the bushes, Flicker, Jeet, Kundo. The Blacklist have to pull off a great defense here to stop Omega from ending this game.
Oh no, Kelra popping the entropy. They felt like they could finish, but the answer is no. Blacklist says, get out of my kingdom.
They held
Their
on.
base still stands. Kelra falls. What a punish. 2 left on the side of
double.
Omega.
Oh, this is bad.
It's a triple.
This
3
could
down.
be the finish. This could be the finish, ladies and gentlemen.
As long as they can keep their minions alive, they're actually in a pretty good spot here. Edward also wants to kind of flow that blade on bottom.
Longest 30 seconds of Omega's
They can end it here.
series right now.
They can!
This could be the finish. Woo!
No way!
Oh.
Wow!
Okay, Ryzen is here.
They
Anthem
can?
Max is here. They have to stun the perfect target, but it's 4 members. 4 members, 10 seconds
seconds.
off of Chaknu.
They can't just yet.
I think
Oh yeah, the minions.
The minion wave in the middle was way too far.
the game
Yeah.
continues.
And again, you've got Ryzen on a pretty good spot here.
Oh, wait,
Been clear.
We might have spoke too soon. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ryzen,
now he can.
his
Yeah,
priorities
yeah.
are on point. Gotta give it up to the young rookie.
They're back,
He's gonna
they're
get
back.
blasted. That is a desperation lethal counter if I've ever seen one. The Queen takes him down.
All right, that's Ryzen going down for the defense. I'd say very, very worth it. That was really close there for
Hey,
Omega.
Ryzen's life for the base. Ryzen,
Hey.
take the hit.
Go for it, right? And another one. They're gonna keep going here. Want to go get that Lord contest.
Huge Lord here that could go over to Blacklist, but look at Renzio putting Edward down to about 1/5 of his health. Here we go. Might have spent a little too much. Chaknu knocking him up.
TJ?
Oh, Haji says nothing of that matters. It's going to be Chaknu going down. Edward knocks him out. And that's 3 defenders left. Blacklist
Whoa.
can just confirm the Lord
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
go from here. But look, huge wave up top too. So mind the minimap.
Everyone's a little low here.
Yeah.
Difficult steal, but look, they're gonna try to get wise, can they? Not enough burst. Box gets punished. Renzio, he's the only member left with Kelra too. Can Kelra do the impossible? Haji taken down. Kelra, there's a lot of damage on this Nathan, but he's only one. Nathan, he flickers on out. He takes down Noheb. It's a 3-4-4.
Wise got the Lord.
And Renzio got taken out too. It's Ryzen all alone. Man, I could barely see what was happening there.
So many things.
So many things, man. And it was all about Blacklist, even with the Lord Assist, by the way, taking out Kelra.
Okay, we're past TikTok timers. Death timers are going to be exponentially longer now. But just the same, it's 30 seconds off of the furthest member. There's going to be a 5v5, definitely, but it's going to be a huge siege by Blacklist.
It really is. And Omega are going to have to find the perfect targets in the next one. If they want a chance to get a shot at Wise, they're going to have to do it with Chaknu surprising.
Only 2 players in this game have immortality. That's Horizon on the Bomblet and Haji on the Diggy. They're both understanding their high priority targets, but if anyone on either team falls and they don't have an immortality, at this point, 21 minutes in, a big win, a big loss will decide the game.
This is an interesting situation because, yeah, it's 21 minutes, but neither wants to give at least one. It's got to be a full 5v5. Each player, each hero contributes so much to the full victory.
That's right. As long as they have clear, like, even if it's just Ryzen all alone, even if it's just OHEB all alone, they can actually kind of hold out. So it's go big or go home, ladies and gents here.
Oh, look at the damage for OHEB!
OHEB's just massive.
I'm starting to hurt. Conceal here. Set up. Let go. All right,
Alright, you're still up.
that's one thing Chaknu has on Blacklist. One thing Omega has over their opponents is they have the conceal play.
So I wonder if they're going to be able to pull that off at this point because they are very visible right now.
Oh, Renzio, he can stand in front of Blacklist for much less time now at a time. And look at this entropy, popped in by Kelra, taking a few hits. Wow, that's how much damage Blacklist has. Yes, they're marksmen, but there's also some sort of burst.
There really is. It's so scary.
It's not just DPS.
And Omega also has that in form of Kelra, but it's like 2v1 marksman.
Oh! Let's see, can there be a catch here? All right, well placed by Renzio. It's a death bush, but not for a Barats.
Yeah.
Kelra picked up.
Itamax's stuns are also missing a little bit.
Yeah, they need to. Omega needs Itamax to land the arrows or Chaknu to get another Flicker Jeet Kundo in and wave the dragon. Yeah, it is a tall order because, again, with Blacklist all taken together, it's going to be difficult for Omega to get all the key targets that they need to get. At this point, it's very close to Chaknu just hoping that the Way of the Dragon, let's say he does get the Flicker Jeet Kundo in, that it is OHEB or OMIV or OHEB or Wise that he gets to get closer to the members of Omega to burst down. Speaking of burst, Kelra did pick up the immortality to keep himself a little bit safer. So we're seeing a little bit more immortalities across the board. Ryzen switched up his items actually, decided to pick up the Malefic Roar, and then the Athena Shield is also there for him.
And the Radiant Armor.
Yeah.
Absolutely good.
Armor.
Magic resistance. Kinda can survive against OHEB even longer. But against Wise, maybe not so much. So that's gonna take a while here. And this siege, again, I kind of expect games like this to kind of drag on. It is going to be tough to know whether or not who, rather, is gonna make the big decision on Omega. And for Blacklist, they can't really like dive, right? This is not a dive comp. This is a kite comp.
This is literally 2 polar opposite lineups. Because look, even the Nathan tends to dive with the entropy swap.
Exactly.
So Omega wants to go all in, but Blacklist is gonna do their best to kite him. So
All out.
again, ladies and gentlemen, game of tag, and Omega's in.
Yeah. And Blacklist, are they happy with this game drawing out though? That's a big question.
I think so far, yeah, because it's working out very well for them. The members of Omega can't get close to OHEB and Wise.
Renzio's about to get sandwich. Circling Eagle confirmed by the Queen. Gonna knock up the big old dinosaur. Reverse time as well. Let's see. Oh, Renzio. Wow.
Flickers out.
His teammates blocked the Death Sonata.
That's good.
Very rarely will you hear the Barats say, ask for help.
Yeah, and a very small thing though, but with big ramifications, is how Edward, from going from the front line facing up against Omega, Blacklist called for him to block Itamax so that Itamax couldn't get in with an Abyssal Arrow because Itamax went off to the side to try to get a better view of OHEB and Wise there in the back line. So then Edward ended up going Lina, forcing him out, and it was actually Edward who ended up eating an Abyssal Arrow, perfectly blocking it, meant that Omega couldn't get another opening for an engagement.
Remember, no flicker for Omega here for Orenzio. That's difficult.
Yeah,
it's going to be more difficult for him to get into position.
Yeah, for a Barrett.
Yeah. They have to be honest. They have to be honest, and they have to find Blacklist overcommitting.
or hit that arrow.
So
Itomax, come on.
that's
Either one.
It's way too many circumstances for it to just happen right now, willy-nilly. 25 minutes in, this Lord has been enhanced up the wazoo. He can do backflips now.
Yeah.
That's not true, but it's very strong.
It's funny because in these flow state, when you're in flow state already, like at more than 25 minutes of consistently moving,
Oh, yeah.
it's so much easier to dodge arrows. So that's why Itomax has not been able to hit one for the past how many minutes
True.
already. So they're gonna really have to take Blacklist by surprise if they want to get these stunts to sink in.
Yeah, and with so many, again, there's like 2 Purifies on the side of Blacklist. They also have the Time's Journey. Even if Itomax lands it, is it going to be on someone who doesn't have it? And again, with the tight formation of Blacklist, even though he landed that, Omega can't go in just yet. So now we're seeing Omega trying to split the map a little bit more to force Blacklist to disperse the Ube, and hopefully Omega can, or Omega's hoping rather, that they can, if they split up the Ube, more pressure in the side lanes, and then they can reform around the Lord if they want to take that.
Yeah. I think Blacklist's condition here is as long as Haji keeps it together, as long as Haji doesn't miss a beat,
Yeah.
like they're in a good position.
And
Either way.
And so far, he hasn't been missing a beat for the past few minutes. Early on, though, it was understandable. But now, because of the items on that Diggy, even he can buy enough time. Again, that's pull yourself together, the Diggy, so he has more he frequently has more access to the Aegis.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I forgot the benefit of that. Yeah. So right now though, Renzio has his flicker back on, so they can try to go for the bait if they want to. That's the easiest way to get to the back line.
I guess this is Omega's gambit. They're gonna force Blacklist and say, look how much damage we're putting on Lord. Come answer real quick. And yeah, this is a full reset. Both teams not willing to commit the full amount to this huge objective. Because
Yep.
again, even the Lord,
Look,
knowing how these two teams play, is not a confirmed win. Not just yet.
it was good intel from Haji's bombs and the minion as well, chasing Renzio. So good info for Black.
Yeah. Ooh. Could be the point of no return. Maximum charge by Oheb. But
Yeah, apparently.
this is a Barazzi.
Chuck?
He'll be fine.
Oh wait,
Chaku split pushing.
yeah, Chocolate's split pushing, and it's Blacklist's turn to try to bait Omega here with the Lord.
Or Omega baiting Blacklist to respond to the wave.
Yeah.
Ah, mind games up. The mind games are really
I know you know.
whew, stressing my head here.
Mixed signals.
Yeah, like who's actually
Will they or won't they?
yeah. Is this guy trapped with him, or are you trapped with who? Like who's trapped with actually who here?
Now I'm confused.
It's so confusing.
I'm always confused.
Who's who's actually setting the trap?
Oh no.
Right?
Eto Max here, he is not in a shape to engage, so gonna go for the recall. And Edward answers the last bit of work that Chakno has put in for the past couple of minutes up top. So maybe let's just try to digest the items. Full build everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
Save for
Yeah.
the roamers.
Like at this point, everyone's just trading items left and right, and then I've been seeing a lot of potions get picked up. Actually, right now, my Venus actually has a rock potion, and it's still 60-40 favoring Blacklist International.
Yeah. But I did note, Etomax was still missing an item. He was en
Weird.
route to something, maybe an immortality.
Probably. Maybe he swapped out
Yeah.
and he's waiting for it to get back on.
Immortality makes sense. Probably what happened there is he picked up the potion, and then Omega was like, or he decided to change up his item.
He knew that it was an all-in thing, so he needs to get more reps in
Yeah.
when the fights happen. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting RTWR. 40% for Omega, and then it's a majority to Blacklist.
I'd say closer. A little bit closer here. but I
55-45.
There you go.
Maybe.
A little bit fair.
That's
'cause-
my internal calculation that took about 2 seconds of computing.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Wise actually picked up the Demon Hunter sword, so now Renjo needs to be careful.
Ryzen too.
Yeah. that's what I was thinking. Maybe these marksmen, if Blacklist really wants to go for one big fight, just sell the boots and go for damage. Like both on Oheb and to Wise here. Maybe that's a way to eke out more damage from these marksmen in the late game.
If I'm not mistaken now, though, both Haji and Oh My Venus have Favor as their Roam Boots blessing. Because Oh My Venus just picked up Tough Boots with Favor on it.
Ah,
And at this point, you can still get gold for that to unlock the Favor passive by getting assists. And
So it's all the heals.
that's all the heals.
Check this out.
Oh,
Chaknu,
Chaknu!
Way of the Dragon onto the Queen, but in the opposite direction. Could this be a full committal? Answer is no. That's just a few green dots spent on the side of Blacklist and Omega, so they can just call it quits, find another entry, better, maybe, and now Renzio getting caught in. Circling Eagle by the Queen. Renzio's gonna go down here, man. That's gonna be one for Oheb and 80 seconds on the bench for the two-time MPL champion.
So many ordinances that these two teams have to deal with here so far. And yeah, stuff like that is gonna happen. Someone's gonna slip up one way or another.
So Free Lord, unless Kelra can pull a miracle here and go for the steal.
Ryzen's getting in
We have to
position.
reset it.
There's a reset. Look at Ryzen. Putting damage onto the back line. Chaknu goes down. Oh my Venus. Lethal counter. Dunked in. Reverse time onto Ryzen. Kelra. Let's see what he's got. He does have an entropy up still, so it's a 2-for-1.
And at this point, 70 seconds on Chaknu, I don't think they mind. They know that Blacklist can't actually push out. What they can do though is get in position for the Lord. Actually, this is going to be a quick Lord.
Yeah.
That's a free Blacklist Lord here at this point.
Oh no. Yep, and there's no contest.
Ryzen
Omega.
doesn't want to contest.
Yeah, I love what they've done here. I love what Blacklist has done because now, 30 minutes away from the draft, you see what their plan was. They took out all the assassins because assassins are the only ones who can really break this down.
No one can get to the back line. Like even Keller is having a hard time, even with the entropy, right? That's a good point.
But imagine if we had like a Lancelot or a Hayabusa or a Ling. That's easy entry to the Kimmy and the Granger, but right now, like, Omega has to be so honest. Omega has to really come from the front. Even the side.
Has to be a straight up outplay.
Yes, the flanking is also impossible because there's a Piggy here.
And again, with what you mentioned, the Omega lineup is honest with how they want to engage their team fights. And
You gotta go.
Yeah, you're gonna go. It's gonna be a slow crawl forward. Now, Blacklist are on the way to winning this game. Will Omega have enough damage to take down the Lord before Blacklist can break the base?
Oh no, Lord.
can.
Marching in. The 6th member of Blacklist already on the map.
Damage from Blacklist.
The spirit of Esson in this major objective, wailing away, just as easily
Ow.
taken down. All 5 members are here. Renzio committing the flicker in his own base just to survive. Omega can still breathe easy, knowing that there's just have to clear the minion waves to get past this assault. But that's easier said than done. Lethal counter just to clear the waves. And can they force it? There's a time journey. So Omega's counting. Omega's counting. That's one big ult out. Can we force this? Ooh, maybe not.
All right, they've got a very tanky lineup. I think at this point, Blacklist has to agree. That's why they're not even facing that straight on. Like they're going straight for like chip damage on objective, and at this point, it's just gonna be again Omega one big pick off. Like, is that even possible right now? It's so difficult. It's even for me, from my standpoint, with caster vision, like you can't. There's no way that they can go behind.
Yeah, you've been seeing it for quite a while now. Not quite, for a long time now, where Omega have just been trying to find an opening, whether it's be Chaknu kicking someone away or Itamax landing an arrow. But then again, so many purifies. And Haji just picked up fleeting time. So he'll almost always have Time's Journey with him now. So even less is going to be a hard, tall order for Omega to turn around. 3 mortalities, 1 picked up just by Venus, and 1 on Edward.
And no more boots on Oheb.
Yeah, no more boots on Oheb. So it's like picking up the Blood Wings. It is more of like a, okay, this is it.
I'm gonna stand and shoot.
Yeah, I will stand and shoot, and it's the trust there of Oheb for the front line of Blacklist, which is, they're doing really well. There's so much, not healing, but shielding capabilities on the side of Blacklist International.
But also healing, again, given the amount of favor.
Yeah,
That's
favor.
true.
Maximum charge into bush.
Bronk.
Oheb is aware. I think that's the secondary sound, yes. I was gonna say, man, if only I knew that this game would last 35 minutes, maybe 40, I would have ordered from Panda Pro and then got my food
Absolutely.
immediately. I believe the current longest game right now
Last night.
was last night. All right, so we broke the previous record held by
We're about
36.
by
We're about
TNC
to.
and Echo. All
Yeah,
right,
cool.
so it's now RSG and XPE at 36:15. We're a minute away from breaking that.
Yeah.
What's all time?
No,
15?
58.
58?
Wait, no. There was one from MSC 2019.
It went an hour?
What?
Yeah.
What?
I think Archangel played that.
Oh.
We need to look it up. But
We'll look at it.
yeah, I believe the all-time high is upwards of an hour.
And from the looks of it, like no one seems to be budging. No one seems to be slipping.
Yep.
Like
And it's not like Omega can't finish if they can't punish Blacklist, right?
that's true.
It's
That's
just as easy, but they can't find an entry.
that rhymes.
I'm a poet and I didn't even
Kel-
know it.
Kelra though, I feel like can Blacklist catch Kelra? Is there a catch potential here on Kelra? There's none, right?
Nope.
None.
Yeah.
It's if Kelra goes in way too early with
It's all up to Kelra.
Yeah, if his
With a swap.
if it's his mistake if he does.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an entropy too deep.
If he gets caught, which is very, very difficult to do.
Is this Omega just gonna hunker down and say, okay, let's give up the Lord, let's defend one more time? Is that it?
They can't. They have the clear to do it.
Yeah, but look at Renzio. He's what, 5 seconds away from the engage.
Oh.
Lord
Oh.
now at about a fifth of his health. Here we
What?
go. Circling Eagle set in. Detna's welcome. Spacing them out. Lord is still standing. And there's the lethal counter. Ryzen in their face taking it. No casualties on the side of Blacklist just yet, but they do get a Lord.
The punish
Omega's still in this. Immortality popped onto Renzio. Gets blasted here in the purple buff side of their jungle. 3v5.
Not worth it. Absolutely not worth it.
Etamax, he pops the conceal. Did he? No, he was just waiting.
He's trying to buy time. He's trying to buy time.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
Okay, 2 seconds to Lord. Here he comes.
Etamax.
And
Oh.
that's a dash. Reverse time.
Charge.
Edward's gonna knock him out. Edward Baba.
87 seconds out for Etamax.
Yeah, after Blacklist take down this Lord, very good chance that they'll be able to end the game actually. See how Edward is pushing in the lane up top.
Waves on waves.
Waves on waves in the bottom lane, they'll leave that. So the push is gonna be reliant of the top lane and the mid lane waves. The mid lane wave just looks like to be one cannon. There's gonna be 4 minions for Chaknu. Oh,
What's
this is
Chaknu
smart.
doing?
Oh, he's a minion assassin.
He needs to clear
The
this
minion
up.
is his enemy.
Yeah.
He hates these
He
wagons, bro.
He wanted to delay that minion wave by a little bit more time. It's all gonna be up to Keller and Chaknu to take down that one cannon minion and the wave in mid.
And Kelra, far off entropy. There's a wave right here. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen.
What a
Blacklist
game.
International
Wow.
playing
Wow.
on the inevitable. Take in game number 1. I do believe we broke the record still.
We did break
Yeah.
the record.
Longest
And
game of the season.
Big
Nice.
collapse in size of relief there for Blacklist means